She was 3 hours into the call. 3 hours of screaming, demands, and threats to speak to corporate. The customer's problem was finally about to be solved. The confirmation screen was loading. And that's when she did it. She pressed disconnect. No goodbye. No apology. Just silence. You've called them. I've called them. We've all been trapped in that purgatory of hold music and automated menus. But here's the thing most people forget. There's a human being on the other end of that line. A human being who's been screamed at, belittled, and threatened, all for $8 an hour. And sometimes, that human being chooses violence. Welcome to the archives. I'm your narrator. And tonight we've got 5 stories of customer service workers who smiled through the headset while plotting your doom. Let's begin with a woman who discovered the most dangerous weapon in any call center. The script.
Okay, so I worked at a call center for a major insurance company. I'm not gonna name them, but you've definitely seen their commercials. The ones with the jingle that gets stuck in your head for 3 days. I was 23, fresh out of community college, and I needed money. The job paid $11.50 an hour, which felt like a fortune at the time. Spoiler, it was not. Now here's the thing about call centers. We have scripts. Literal word-for-word scripts we're supposed to follow. Most of the time, nobody actually follows them perfectly because they're robotic and weird. Management knows this. They don't care as long as you hit the key phrases. But technically, we can get in trouble for going off script. Remember that. It's important. So it's a Tuesday. I'm 2 hours into my shift. My coffee's cold. And I get this guy. He calls in because his bill went up by like $12. $12. And from the second I answer, he's already at a 9 out of 10 on the anger scale. I do my normal greeting. Thank you for calling. My name is Sarah. How can I help you today? And he goes, yeah, skip the pleasantries. I don't have time for this. Just tell me why my bill went up. Okay. Rude. But whatever. I've dealt with worse. I start explaining that his promotional rate expired, super common, happens all the time, and he cuts me off. I don't need the life story. Just fix it. So I try to explain his options. New promotions, different plans, whatever. He interrupts me again. Why are you talking so much? Do you get paid by the word? Just fix it. And that's when something in my brain just clicked. You want me to skip the pleasantries? You think I talk too much? Fine. I pulled up our official call script. The one nobody uses because it's 14 pages long and reads like it was written by a robot having a stroke. And I started following it. Word for word. I understand you have a concern about your billing statement. Before I can assist you with your inquiry, I am required to verify your identity for security purposes. May I please have your full legal name as it appears on your account? He sighs. Gives me his name. Thank you, Mr. Henderson. And may I please have the last 4 digits of the social security number associated with this account? He gives it. He's already annoyed. Thank you for that information. For quality assurance purposes, I am required to inform you that this call may be recorded for training and quality purposes. Do you acknowledge and consent to this recording? Yes. I already heard that at the beginning. I apologize for any confusion, Mr. Henderson. Our policy requires verbal confirmation at this stage of the call. Do you acknowledge and consent to this recording? He's breathing heavy now. Yes. I consent. Can we please move on? Absolutely, Mr. Henderson. I am now accessing your account. Please hold while I retrieve your information. I put him on hold for exactly 45 seconds. Not because I needed to. Because the script says allow 30 to 60 seconds for system retrieval. I come back. Thank you for holding, Mr. Henderson. I have successfully accessed your account. I can see that your current balance is. I know my balance. I want to know why it changed. I understand, Mr. Henderson. Before I can address billing inquiries, I am required to review your current plan details to ensure accuracy. Your current plan is the Premium Protection Package, which includes. And I listed every single feature of his plan. All 19 of them. Reading slowly, clearly, professionally. It took 4 minutes. By feature number 12, he was silent. By feature 16, I could hear him breathing through his nose like a bull about to charge. When I finally got to the part where I could explain his bill, I did it the long way. The official way. With every disclaimer, every policy reference, every as stated in your service agreement dated. The call lasted 47 minutes. His original issue? Would have taken 3 minutes to resolve. At the end, I asked if there was anything else I could help him with. He just said no and hung up. I know what you're thinking. Sarah, that's petty. Yeah. It was. And I'd do it again. Because here's the thing. He wanted to skip the pleasantries? Fine. But he never said skip the policies.
47 minutes. For a $12 billing question. That wasn't customer service. That was psychological warfare disguised as professionalism. But our first story was just the warm-up. A masterclass in malicious compliance. Our next agent didn't bother with the script. She just pressed a button. The wrong one. Or was it?
Real quick one for you. I worked customer support for a phone carrier. One of the big ones. You know the type. Decent pay, soul-crushing monotony. Free snacks in the break room that were always stale. And bilingual. English and Spanish. Because of this, I had access to transfer customers to either the English support queue or the Spanish support queue. Most of the time this wasn't relevant. English callers get English support. But one day I get this woman. And she's mad. Like screaming at a retail worker on Black Friday mad. Her issue. She got charged an extra $4.99 for some premium text service she never signed up for. Honestly, probably true. Those things are scammy. But the way she was talking to me, you'd think I personally reached into her bank account and stole her rent money. This is fraud. You people are criminals. I'm going to sue this company into the ground. Ma'am, it's $5. I try to explain that I can remove the charge, takes 2 seconds, no problem. But she won't let me talk. Every time I start a sentence, she interrupts with more threats. And then she hits me with, I don't even know why they hire people like you. You probably can't even speak proper English. People like me. Got it. So I said very sweetly, Ma'am, I'm going to transfer you to a specialist who can better assist with your concern. And I transferred her to the Spanish-only support line. Now here's the thing. The Spanish line. There's no option to transfer back to English. You have to hang up and call again. Go through the whole menu. Wait in queue again. And the wait time that day. 45 minutes. I don't know what happened after that. I just know her account note showed she called back 3 times over the next 2 hours. Never got the charge removed.
Quickly. Untraceable. She pressed a button and her problem became someone else's problem. Someone who literally could not understand it. That's efficiency. But not all revenge is quick. Our next story? It's a slow burn. A tech support agent who turned a simple fix into a masterpiece of wasted time. 10 restarts. 1 arrogant user. 0 regrets.
I did tech support for about 3 years. Software company, business clients mostly. The calls were usually fine because we dealt with IT departments, people who actually understood computers. But sometimes we got end users. And sometimes those end users thought they knew more than we did. This guy, I'll call him Brad calls in because his software license isn't activating. Pretty basic issue. Usually takes about 5 minutes to fix. But Brad doesn't want help. Brad wants to tell me how to do my job. First thing he says after I greet him, look, I've been in IT for 20 years. I already know what the problem is. Your servers are down. Our servers were not down. I was literally looking at the server status. All green. Sir, I can see that our servers are currently operational. Let me walk you through. No. I ran a ping test. Your servers aren't responding. He did not run a ping test. Or if he did it wrong. Because again, servers? Fine. But okay. Sure. Let's play his game. I understand, sir. Let's try some basic troubleshooting to isolate the issue. Can you restart your computer? I already did that. Sir, for our troubleshooting protocol, I need you to restart while I'm on the line so I can verify the process. He sighs like I just asked him to solve world hunger. But he does it. Computer comes back up. Try the software. Still doesn't work. Alright sir, let's check your network settings. Can you restart your router? That's not the problem. Sir, our troubleshooting protocol requires. Fine. Router restarts. Software still doesn't work. Now let's restart the computer again to ensure the network changes took effect. Are you serious? Standard protocol, sir. At this point, I knew exactly what the problem was. His license key was expired. It was right there in his account. Would have taken me 30 seconds to reissue a new one. But Brad wanted to be an expert. So I let him be an expert. Let's clear your DNS cache. After that, restart again. Now let's boot in safe mode to rule out software conflicts. Safe mode looks fine. Please restart normally. I'm seeing some latency on my end. Let's restart the router again. And the computer one more time. By restart number 8, Brad had stopped talking. He wasn't correcting me anymore. He wasn't telling me about his 20 years of experience. He was just quiet. Sir, I'd like to try resetting your BIOS settings. This will require a restart. Fine. Perfect. And one final restart to apply the changes. 1 hour and 45 minutes into the call, after 10 restarts, I finally said. Oh, interesting. It looks like your license key expired 2 days ago. Let me reissue that for you. 30 seconds later, his software worked. Is there anything else I can help you with today, sir? He hung up without saying goodbye. Was it petty? Oh, absolutely. But maybe next time he won't tell the tech support person that he already knows what the problem is. Because clearly, Brad? You didn't.
10 restarts. An hour and 45 minutes. For a 30-second fix. That's not troubleshooting. That's education. But our next agent didn't have time for lessons. She had time for something else entirely. 4 hours of it, in fact. All of it, on hold.
I worked for a cable company. Yeah, that cable company. The one everyone hates. I hated them too, honestly. But the benefits were decent and I needed dental. Anyway, I was 26, about 2 years into the job, and I'd gotten pretty good at just letting things roll off me. Someone screams at me? Whatever. Someone threatens to cancel? Cool. Here's the retention department. I was dead inside in the best way. But this one guy found my limit. He called in about his bill. Shocker. But within the first 30 seconds, he'd already called me, and I'm quoting here, a useless waste of oxygen who probably can't even read. Because his bill was $7 higher than last month. I tried to explain that he'd added a premium channel package, and that's why the bill went up. But he wasn't hearing it. You people are scammers. This is theft. I want a supervisor now. Fine. Let me get a supervisor. I put him on hold. Now, our supervisors were usually pretty responsive. Most calls, they'd pick up within 5-10 minutes max. But that day, busy. Very busy. I checked in after 15 minutes. Still waiting on a supervisor. I checked in after 30 minutes. Still waiting. Here's where I should mention something. Our phone system? It didn't automatically disconnect holds. Like, ever. As long as the customer stayed on the line, the hold would just continue. And I realized something. He was still there. Most people hang up after 20 minutes. 30 tops. But not this guy. He was committed. So I thought, okay, let's see how committed. I went to lunch. Came back 45 minutes later. Checked the line. Still holding. I went to a team meeting. Still there. At the 3-hour mark, I was genuinely impressed. This man had dedicated his entire afternoon to holding. I thought about picking up. I really did. But then I remembered what he called me. A useless waste of oxygen who probably couldn't read. So I went on my afternoon break. When I came back, my shift was almost over. 4 hours. He'd been on hold for 4 hours. I picked up the line. Thank you for holding, sir. Unfortunately, all supervisors are currently unavailable. You can call back during business hours, or I can take a message. The sound he made wasn't human. It was like a balloon deflating mixed with a dying animal. 4 hours. I've been on hold for 4 hours. I apologize for the extended wait time, sir. Is there anything else I can help you with? He hung up. I know what you're thinking. That's messed up. And yeah, probably. But here's how I see it. He had 4 hours to hang up and call back. 4 hours to decide his time was worth more than proving a point. He chose to stay. I just let him.
4 hours. 240 minutes of hold music. For a $7 bill dispute. Some would call that cruel. Others would call it karma. I call it commitment, on both sides. But our final story? Our final queen didn't make her customer wait. She did something far worse. She gave them hope. And then, she took it away.
Okay. So, I need to preface this by saying I'm not proud of what I did. Actually, that's a lie. I'm a little proud. I worked night shift at a financial services call center. Credit cards, mostly. The night shift got all the angry people, the ones who'd been stewing all day and finally had time to call at 10 p.m. This woman. We'll call her Karen because honestly, what else would we call her? Karen calls in because she's been charged a late fee. $35. And she wants it removed. Now, here's the thing. We could remove late fees. 1 per year, as a courtesy. But there was a process. I had to verify her account, check if she was eligible, submit the request, wait for approval. It took about 15 minutes total. Karen did not have 15 minutes of patience. From the moment I picked up, she was on the attack. I've been a customer for 12 years. I've never been late. This is ridiculous. Ma'am, your payment history shows you've been late 6 times in the past 2 years. But sure. Never. I didn't say that. I just said, let me look into this for you. You better look into it. I want this fixed now. I've been on hold for 20 minutes already and I'm not waiting any longer. Okay. Let me just speed up the computer with my mind, Karen. I start going through the process. And the whole time, she's narrating her frustration. This is unbelievable. 12 years. 12 years. And this is how you treat loyal customers. I should just cancel the card. I should take my business elsewhere. Do you know how much money I've spent with this company? No, Karen. I don't. Because you won't stop talking long enough for me to check. But I keep working. Verify her identity. Check eligibility. She qualifies for the courtesy removal. Great. I submit the request. Now I just need to wait for the system to process it. Usually takes about 2 minutes. And that's when Karen says something that changed everything. You know, I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You're probably not even authorized to do anything. You're just some minimum wage nobody who reads from a script. Minimum wage nobody. I watched the screen. The approval was processing. 50%. 75%. 90%. Ma'am, I have good news. Your request has been. And I pressed disconnect. I didn't say approved. I didn't finish the sentence. I just ended it. Now here's the thing. The request? It actually went through. Her late fee was removed. She got what she wanted. But she'll never know that. Because when you hang up before confirmation, there's no record that you were told. And when she calls back, she'll have to go through the whole process again. Wait on hold again. Explain everything again. And maybe, just maybe, she'll wonder. Did it go through? Did she win? She'll never be sure. I think about her sometimes. Lying awake at night. Wondering if she needs to call back. Checking her statement obsessively. That $35 fee is gone. But the peace of mind? That costs extra.
She pressed disconnect. Not out of anger. Not out of spite. Out of something colder. Precision. The customer got her refund. She just didn't get the satisfaction of knowing it. 5 stories. 5 agents. 5 moments where someone decided that dignity has a price, and that price was about to be collected. Some people see customer service workers as faceless voices. Scripts with heartbeats. Warm bodies paid to absorb abuse. But behind every hold button, every transfer, every technical difficulty, there's a human being keeping score. So the next time you call a helpline, maybe think twice before you say something you can't take back. Because they might just be petty enough to make you pay for it. One restart at a time. I'm the narrator. This has been the Archives. And remember, always be kind to customer service. They control the hold music.